Hello students, these are the literary terms you need to know for this week. The first word we're going to learn is tone. Tone is an author's attitude or tude toward the subject of a story, poem, or novel. The best way you can remember this is, don't you use that tone with me.
Mood is the overall feeling an author creates in a story, poem, or novel. So, if you look at the word mood, there are two O's, just like there are two E's in the word feel. So, when you talk about the overall feeling, you're talking about the mood. Some types of mood, it could be humorous, a piece could be somber or sad, or it could be joyful.
This is simile. A simile is a figure of speech where things are compared using like or as. For example, as good as gold, meaning that you're good to go. My feet are like ice, meaning that your feet are very cold. Here's a great way to remember simile. Point your two fingers to the sky. Now don't be shy, go ahead and point your fingers to the sky. You're going to take your fingers like this and say, a simile uses like or as. Let's try it together. A simile uses like or as. A metaphor is a figure of speech with an implied comparison between two unlike things. Remember that it uses the word is instead of like or as, like in a simile. For example, my brother's room is a pig pen. Your brother isn't actually living in a pig pen. You're just saying that your brother's room is very messy. A good way to remember metaphor is to put your arms down by your sides. And then when you think about a metaphor, say something is something else, and make an equal sign with your hands. You're saying that one thing is another. Let's try it again. A metaphor is something else.
Imagery is when authors use words that appeal to the five senses. The five senses in my 5 sense house are sight, taste, smell, hearing, or touching. An example of imagery is the putrid smelling garbage can overflowed with brown banana peels and hard crusts of pizza. You can see the garbage can. We all know what brown banana peels and pizza crust look like, and you can also start to smell that.
An idiom is an expression that is known only through common use. Or another way to think about it is when a phrase means something different than the individual words in that phrase. For example, cat got your tongue? It doesn't actually mean there is a cat hanging on your tongue. It means that you can't speak or can't find the words to say. A good way to remember idiom is to point your finger to the sky and repeat to yourself, an idiom is known through common use. Try it again with me. An idiom is known through common use.
Another term is alliteration. Alliteration happens when you have a repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of words. For example, she sells seashells by the seashore. All of these have consonant sounds of either s or
This is a symbol. A symbol is a person, place, or object that has meaning itself, but represents something else as well. You know that this stands for peace, but you can also make a peace sign like this.
Been through the desert, walked in the ocean, climbed up a mountain, I've sang in the wind, I cried